You're listening to Drummer Daily, the only daily podcast dedicated just to drummers, for a free video series explaining how you can become rock solid at playing drums with a click track in just 2 weeks in as little as 20 minutes per day. Visit boomclick.net. Hey there, welcome back to another fun and enjoyable and joyous Drummer Daily. I just had some microphone problems, so I'm looking at the waveform as I record it. Hopefully there's nothing weird in the middle of this, me going like check or hey, or anything like that. I think we're good. So I just got done recording another YouTube video, which I haven't done. I've done one, which you may have seen, or maybe not. If you haven't, go check it out. It's actually on my website. So if you go to danielhadaway.com, there is a link, I believe, in the menu that says videos, and you can go watch my first one. It's all about playing quietly, and some tips for doing that. So I just finished recording another video like that today, and it's all about those drum fill ideas that I talked about the other day on the podcast. So if you haven't seen that or listened to that podcast yet, you can check it out. But also I did a video that really explains, and it actually has me playing the drums to really explain my ideas better. So hopefully that will work out. I don't do any playing in these podcasts because this being a daily podcast, I don't really have an elaborate miking setup to do this. I try to do these podcasts. I actually try to record them most of the time every day instead of all at once. And so I need to make it as easy for me as possible to just jump in and record these because I just know I won't do them otherwise. So I've had some people say, well, why don't you just play on the podcast? It takes a lot of effort to get this audio right. And I'm kind of a perfectionist as far as audio quality goes. And so I don't like to put anything out that isn't kind of top notch. So I save that for my Instagram videos and my YouTube videos. Anyway, I just finished another video, and I didn't think about it this time before I did it, or I kind of thought about it, but I didn't consider all the different aspects of it. So when I play most of the time with my YouTube videos, I don't have it's more of instructional kind of playing and talking, and so I don't play with a click track or anything like that. I don't really need to have headphones in or anything like that to monitor how things sound. I'm not playing along with anything. I'm just playing the drums, which is all well and good. And so for me today, again, just to make everything easier, I record my voice into a separate device than I record all my drums. And so if I had my in-ear monitors in when I was recording these videos, I would not really be able to hear my own voice, and that would be weird to me. So anyway, I was like, I can just leave the headphones off. I can leave the in-ear monitors out of my ears today because I don't need them for the video. Like I said, which was all fine until I realized in the middle of shooting the video that I forgot that the in-ear monitors also provide a lot of hearing protection for me. And so that's what we're going to talk about for a minute today. And I don't want to sound like a boring old man, or a curmudgeon or anything like that. But I do want to share with you how important hearing protection is to me. And I actually want to share with you a unique reason why it's important to me. I don't believe I've ever shared this on the podcast or anywhere really out in public. But I actually am completely or nearly completely deaf in my right ear. And it's something that I've had since I was about 12 years old. It's not related to playing the drums. So I know some drummers are like, oh yeah, I've made myself deaf over the years playing. That's not the case here. I've been to tons of doctors. I've had CAT scans, MRIs, all this stuff. And no one really knows why I randomly went deaf one day when I was, I think, about 12 years old. But I'm deaf. And obviously now I've been deaf in one ear for a majority of my life, and I've adapted and gotten used to it. It's not a big deal in my everyday life. But as a drummer, and drums being naturally loud, there is one thing that I have to do, and that is I have to protect the other ear, the ear that can still hear, because I don't have any other hearing options left. If I don't protect my hearing ear, then and it happens to go just even a little bit deaf from loud drums or loud sounds, that is my other ear can't adapt and make up for it because it's already deaf. And so I just want to encourage you, if you're not really paying attention to how loud things are when you're drumming, please do yourself a favor. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. Take care of your hearing. And that doesn't only apply to just playing loud drums. It actually applies to paying attention to how loud you have your in-ear monitors, for example, if you play with those. How loud you have those turned up. How loud are you hearing yourself through those or other music? And then also be aware of the frequencies that might be fatiguing your ears more than others. A lot of higher end frequencies can quickly kind of dull or numb your ears to their impact because they're so sharp and abrasive. And so very quickly our ears kind of shut off certain frequencies that they hear. They don't listen, they don't hear those as much. And a lot of times that's short term, it comes back. But if you do it for prolonged and repeated times, that can really cause a problem. Specifically like hi-hat sounds, cymbal sounds a lot of the times, and even snare sounds can really do a number on your hearing. And so I know this episode is short and it's not super exciting to think about or talk about, but I do want you to pay close attention to how loudly you're playing and what you're doing to your ears. It's hard. I'm not a very disciplined person, and so something like this is actually really hard for me to address because I always think it'll be okay if this one time it's a little loud, or something like that. Like, it'll be fine just for a couple of minutes. But before you know it, you've said that 20 or 30 times, and just this one time has turned into every time. So you got to be careful. You can't make exceptions. And this was a good reminder to me today when I did this YouTube video that I need to wear hearing protection pretty much all the time when I'm playing drums, unless I'm playing some like smooth light jazz with my brushes or whatever. So that's it for me today. Please protect your hearing. Think about it. Just pay attention to it. Even if you don't go crazy off the deep end and start wearing airline baggage handler ear protection. Just be aware of it and think about it, and like I said, be aware is the big thing. So thanks for tuning in today. Oh, and I almost forgot. I promised this yesterday. We are coming up close to 100 episodes of Drummer Daily. And as a way of celebrating that and saying thank you for listening, I am going to be giving away an A&F pancake snare. And if you don't know what that is, it is a snare drum that literally is, I think it might be 2 inches deep or a little less. It looks like a couple of rims put together with some snare wires attached, which is pretty much what it is. But you should go to A&F's website. So it's the letter NF, so ANFdrumco.com. And then click on snares and you'll find the pancake snare there. There's a video there, you can check it out. But anyway, it is the most insanely awesome, fat sounding snare drum you've ever heard, which is completely the opposite of what you'd expect from a really shallow drum. But anyway, I'm going to give one of those away very soon. And it's going to be a way of me to try to help spread the word about the podcast, but also say thank you to you who are listening to this podcast already. And so stay tuned, be on the lookout for details around how you can enter to win. I'm not going to go crazy with the promotion of the contest part of it, because I want to say thank you to those of you who've been faithful since the beginning. But this snare drum is awesome, and I can't wait for you to try it out. I can't wait for one of you to win it. And I got to play one of these a few months ago and just was blown away. I can't wait to get one for myself. And so I'm a little jealous of you. If you end up winning this, I'm going to be jealous that that you get to have this thing before I do. But anyway, that's the other announcement I wanted to give you. I promised that yesterday. So yeah, A&F Drum Co. Pancake Snare giveaway is happening as part of celebrating 100 episodes of Drummer Daily. So be on the lookout for that very soon. But until tomorrow, thanks for listening, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.